G'day guys, weather's a bit yuck today. I wanted to get out and film a video for you guys, but it just didn't work out. The timing just didn't work, and yeah, it was going to be a yuck day, probably no fish, there's a lot of rain around. So I figured I'd give you a run through on my boat. I've just finished doing a year's worth of work on it, spent a lot of money making this thing the dream boat, so enjoy.
Getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a pin-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. We turn the dirt and work until the week's done. We take a break.
Here she is. She's a Clark aluminium boats, 427 Pursuit. Just a basic tinny. On just a basic Dunbeer bunk style trailer. Couple stickers, just a little winch. There's nothing too special on the outside. Little scratch here and there, but she's a great hull to work with. We come around the back. Run the transducer down here from the Allrounder system, which I'll show you a bit later. Got a nice little platform for when I'm scuba diving and spearfishing. Helps me get in and out a bit easier. I installed this. It's a system that I got from Active Fabrications, just down at Beenleigh, and it helps get this trailer, get the boat on the trailer to no end. It's got two bunks there, and a roller in the middle. And yeah, it's just unreal. You'll probably see in some future videos me using this, and yeah, I definitely recommend buying one of these. It's only about $100, but it saves so much time rather than trying to line up on that single roller, especially when the weather's not great or anything. This boat originally came with a 2-stroke 40 horsepower Yamaha. That was a 2014 model. It had a couple problems. The crankshaft bearing in the top end wasn't the happiest, and it was a bit of an unknown to open it up and try and fix it, so I just decided, you know what, I want the reliability to get out there and film some really good content, so I'll just repower it, get the reliability and the fuel efficiency of the 4-stroke, and yeah, best decision I've ever made, I reckon. It's got a nice long tiller handle, so I can sit down and drive, or I can stand up if the weather gets a bit rougher. But yeah, really highly recommend this motor. Towards the end of last year, I had some work done to the back. I'll upload a photo and overlay it now of what the boat used to look like when I bought it. As you can see, it just had a pedestal seat on both sides and nothing too special. The battery was exposed and the fuel tank was exposed. That didn't work for me. So what I've gone and done is Jared's Tinny mods down at Slacks Creek. He's welded this up for me. So it's a full splash well, and this bulkhead runs all the way through from brace to brace, and that's just basically strengthened up the whole rear of the hull, and yeah, it's really helped. Whilst we're on this side of the boat, we'll just go through this here. My old man custom made this little bracket here, which holds my knife, lip grips, long and short pliers, and then I'm going to add on a little hook here to carry my braid scissors. But yeah, that makes it really handy when you've got a fish and you're trying to handle it, but it just keeps moving around. You've got to be quick. You're not reaching for the pliers in the pocket somewhere. They're there, they're ready to go. And then after I had Jared build this splash well and bulkhead and everything, after Jared built this, I came through with aluminium angle, pop rivets and some joint sealant and plywood, and I built out these boxes here to try and save a bit of money. I did that myself. That's on both sides. And then yeah, just 12mm marine ply and then marine carpet on top of that, and it has been a game changer. So I carry my fuel in here. It's just a 25 litre tote tank, and that will get me roughly 120 kilometers, give or take, depending on conditions and how I'm driving. And that is plenty enough fuel for what I do. But I do carry more fuel at the front. We'll get to that in a minute. Also got this. There's one hatch in the side. You think, oh, it's not that big of a hatch. In here I'll store mask, snorkel, gloves, dive knife, wetsuit boots, my float for spearfishing, along with my flag, a fire extinguisher. Now in this hatch, when I'm going on an adventure, I will put my wetsuit top and bottom in there as well. And yeah, it's surprising how much will actually fit in that hatch. On this side as well, I've got tackle storage. So I've got 2 slots for the 370 series Plano tackle storage. So I'll usually carry like some light hard bodies in there. And then I've got my bigger tackle trays, and then I can store one large box in here, which you'll see in a minute. This side I've got my electronics. So I've got 100 amp hour, big 780 CCA cranking battery for the motor, which also runs all my auxiliary stuff. Isolator, little bus bar and everything down there. Moving forward, I've got this little pocket here. It's the same size as on the other side. However, this one I'll just carry like my personal stuff. I'll carry water, a speaker, there's a first aid kit in there, portable chargers and whatever I might need throughout the day at easy access. Again, like the other side, I also run another hatch here for my tackle storage, which is just under my seat. Again, 2 trays, 2 thin trays for lures. And then I've got a big tray here which I can carry my leader, line, jig heads, any other bits and pieces that you might need. Underneath there's enough space that I can throw in some hooks and nets on my crab pots. Just there out of the way, nice and tucked away. And then this side I can carry like cutting boards or whatever I need. There's a lot of space. On the electronic side of things, we've just got a GME VHF radio with the handheld piece here, mounted here so I can easily access that when I'm seated, underway. A little switch panel down here, everything for my depth sounder, cockpit lights, VHF, bilge pump, nav lights and stern light, all on that. Nice and easy to access. It's out of the way and protected. This whole panel here is on a hinge, so it can hinge out and then I can access behind it all the connections, etc. For the sounder, I run a Lowrance 9-inch hook reveal. I know it's a budget sounder, but it does the trick for what I need. Don't have live scope or any of that jazz. I really just use it for the depth and for maps, and every now and then I'll use it for the side scan. But yeah, it's a great little unit. Very easy interface. I think when I upgrade the sounder next, I will go a Humminbird sounder to match the encoder at the front. Now this boat's got side pockets. It'd be nice if they went all the way, but this does work. I just keep like some tethers, brag mats, gloves, sunscreen, whatever in this pocket. That's my EPIRB mount to the front of it, nice and easily accessible. In this side, I've got sunscreen, gimbal belt, and yeah, not too much, because when I've got my rods sitting here, it's really hard to access that side. I've custom made this little piece here, which holds my spear gun. So the handle sits here, and the barrel of the gun clips into this here. And yeah, that works really well. So that just sits there. Of course, got my net and my gaff. Sit here out of the road. You need to get those out. All it is just a push down, and they both come out. Along with the GME VHF radio, I run a 1.2 meter whip. Whip just comes up and it gives me great range. I could be over at Moreton Island and that will receive back to Raby Bay, which is what I want. It's perfect. Moving on up the bow, I've had these rod holders on both the port and starboard side welded in by Jared's Tinny mods again. They are angled out and sort of leaning over a bit. Very heavy duty. As you can see, great quality welds, great quality work from Jared over there. I'll leave a link to his company in the description below. Moving on up. Recently just carpeted the front thwart. This was aluminium, or still is aluminium underneath the carpet, but it got really hot in summer and slippery when it was wet. So I have carpeted the whole thing and it's really cleaned up the boat a whole lot. Got a cushion for the old first mate of the boat. Gets a bit rough up here being a tinny and he's always complaining about it. So yeah, nice little cushion that just fits down the front. Talking about the front, this used to be just one singular hatch in the centre. This is all just casting deck around it. I found it really hard to access. So I've added 2 extra hatches when I redid this the other week. Yeah, I've got, like I said before, 20 litres of fuel. I carried 10 litres of water, 100 metres of rope, tool bag, safety gear, 4 life jackets, my fins. It is a really big space, and with these extra hatches it allows me to utilise the most of it. Electric motor. This is a Minn Kota power drive. This is the new model from 2025 and it is awesome. It's their base model, I know. There are some things that I wish I could change about it, such as there's some weird cabling going on here which I've tried to clean up the best I can. However, this has just changed the game for me. Being able to use spot lock and all the different settings that come on the remote is just unreal. I've got the Railblazer mount to hold it down when I am underway, so that's on the car or on the water even. Just stops that head from moving around, that leverage from damaging the mount or the boat itself. The motor just runs down to an Anderson plug down here, which I then run from here. In here I have a Renogy 100 amp hour mini core battery. Now, I could not recommend this highly enough. It weighs 9 kilos and it's the size of a 60 amp hour battery. We're on the Victron 500 amp smart shunt. It is the IP rated smart shunt, so it is waterproof. Highly recommend it. I can go onto my app on my phone and I can see what the battery is doing at any time, all times. And yeah, great little thing. Also run a circuit breaker up here, so if something goes wrong, the motor doesn't burn out, the cables don't catch on fire. Now I have also added lights, so I've got lights all under the gunnels, and then I've added lights in here. This really does help for nighttime when I'm camping or whatever. Yeah, being able to see in this hatch has just changed the game completely. Now up the bow here, I just got my anchor in here with 50 meters of rope, and then I've got a 10 meter landing rope for when I'm at the ramp or if I need to pull the boat across the sandbank. That's always there, good to go. So yeah guys, that's the boat. Hope you enjoyed. She means the world to me. I spent a fair bit on it, but yeah, she's done a lot for me and she's a great toy. So stay tuned, see you in action.